Why?
I think they're two different
Explain.
things. Huh?
Explain.
I think it's two different things. I think that because I have lonely feelings too, like when you're just sitting there working on stuff and you're like, wow, it's just me.
Yeah.
Like I've got to do all this stuff. It's just me. It's all down to me, or other people are sort of coming to you with their problems. You feel a little lonely because you're not sharing that load.
Yeah.
But I'm not empty, because I still feel needed, and I still feel wanted, and I still feel like I'm contributing something. I think if I weren't working on myself, or weren't working on my skills or my craft or whatever, I would probably feel empty after a while.
Well, that's the
because you'd be like, well, I've used up all the stuff I have.
Right. That's the settling that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That,
I think,
like, when you say, if you're settling, that's where that is something that I can't see, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of people do that, though.
Well, yeah. I mean,
it's kind of settling.
We always talk about, we settled for the, you're living in a shotgun shack. Wait, no, that's Talking Heads. Talking Heads in my head for some reason.
A psycho killer, I think.
Yeah. You may find yourself.
Yeah.
But if you're continuing to build towards things, maybe not just something, but builds towards things, then I don't think that you're settling. I don't think that you're empty.
Right, for sure.
But talk about the article that we were looking at.
We're following it pretty well.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll share this in the show notes too. But it's clear signs you've leveled up, or in the process of leveling up. And that's kind of what we're going through. But just some like markers. We'll go through them kind of quick here. But like a couple of the first ones are like, you lose confidence for a period of time. Feels like your world might be falling apart. You question what you want. And we touched on the you feel lonely part. But I mean, those first three is, you don't level up without any sort of friction, right? Or any sort of challenge, or whatever that thing is. Like if you don't just like slide into the next level, you know what I mean? You have to overcome something, or be challenged by something, or figure something out, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Going through that can be painful. Physically could be, if you're, getting in shape, losing weight or whatever, but also, could lose people. You can, lose clients. You can gain new things, like whatever that thing is you're going through, but you can tend to lose confidence in yourself, and I think that's part of the leveling up part.
Okay. I don't know about whether I would say, like, if you get to a certain belt, because I feel like there is always the next thing. But if you win a tournament, all right, I'm the grand champion of, XYZ tournament.
Yeah.
You probably leveled up, especially if this is your first time. Take the first two things. What were the first two things?
Lose confidence, and feels like your world is falling apart.
Do you have that?
Me?
No, I mean, like, if you were to win XYZ tournament and you've accomplished this goal that you've been working on.
Oh yeah, no, you're on cloud 9.
Right. But
getting there.
But what's next? I think that this is saying like thinking about, like, okay, I've achieved what I wanted to achieve. Like, the goal was here.
And
I
did
to
it.
The goal.
Yep.
And I think it's now what the fuck do I do?
There's always that.
Yeah.
For sure. Sure. Right. If you look at it in terms of past tense, like, you have leveled up, like, and now you're like, what's next?
Right.
I get you. I'm following.
Do I do something less than I've done before?
Right.
Do I do the exact same thing that I've done before? Do I repeat? Or do I do I have to do something more?
Yeah.
Like, that's the scary thing.
That is a scary thing.
Right. Because I know those other two things. I know how to do less. I know how to repeat, potentially.
Yeah.
I know what it took to get here.
Right.
But
yeah. Or it could be just like, I don't want to do all that shit again. Like, that's a lot of work.
Right. Right. This is the, the child actor, type thing too.
Yeah.
Like, achieve all this success
Yeah.
at such a young age, and like, what the fuck? do I do
Yeah.
now?
What's next?
Yeah.
What's the next role?
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Um,
Yeah. I think about like, Chicago Bulls,
Mhm.
like three-peat. Like, how do you like, you've done it once and then you do it again and you're
Right.
like, we're doing this again. Like
Yeah.
at that point, it's
Like,
like,
okay.
wow.